Welcome back to the Chelsea Career Mode on FC24. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend. Let me know how your team got on over the weekend in the comment section down below. My team, Cambridge, played their local rivals Peterborough United over the weekend. I'm recording this on Friday, so before the game has been played. Please, Yellers, please get a win in the derby. Okay, right. What we also need a win in is this game against Paris Saint-Germain. As you will well be aware, we lost the first leg by 2-1. So I need a win in the second leg to continue the Champions League journey this season. We've also got an FA Cup semi-final against Newcastle and a big game in the Premier League against Newcastle before we crack on with the rest of the season over the next few days. Might not be that much longer left of this season if I don't beat Paris Saint-Germain today. So let's try and beat Paris Saint-Germain today, shall we? Elsewhere in this round, Arsenal have gotten through after winning 3-2 at the Wanda Metropolitano, so they've beaten Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid won 2-0 at the Allianz Arena, have gone back to the Santiago Bernabeu and won 2-1 there as well, so they're comfortably through against Bayern. PSG obviously lead us, and City Barcelona is level after the game at the Camp Nou at 0-0. And to give you a quick, fresh recap of the Premier League as well, we sit 5th at the moment, but we're only a point off top. It's a 5-way title fight that couldn't really be much closer, ultimately. And in the FA Cup, where we face Newcastle in our semi-final, the other semi-final is Manchester United versus Luton Town at Wembley Stadium. You anticipate knowing what one team will get through from that game, but whether it actually happens or not, we'll wait and see. Mbappe and Xavi Simons scored against us last time we played Paris Saint-Germain. Toni Kroos gets to start this time in midfield. And Skriniar gets to start as centre-back ahead of Luca Hernandez. Pedri is suspended after picking up a yellow card in the first leg. Evidently, it was culmination of yellow cards, meaning he's now out for this one. And Kroos starts in the midfield. They've got Dagba at right-back on this occasion, rather than Liam Taylor, the Patreon player. Elsewhere, they are as they were. They are in good form. They beat me. I need a win. And I don't know whether I'm going to get it or not, but do wish me luck. Thank you again to those of you in the comment section as well for your continued support. Me say thank you to Adam Krinsky, to Tim Vision, and to Michael Niwagaba for the follows. For the comments. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, lads. Right, we are in great form outside of the PSG Manchester City games, so it's all about confidence. Be confident, have self-belief, get the job done. Deep breaths. Defend as best as you possibly can and give these Chelsea fans here at Stamford Bridge something to remember for the rest of their days. Mbappe into Toni Kroos. And Kylian again. Bruno Guimaraes, Kylian Mbappe. What an interception, what a tackle. How vitally important could that be come the end of the game? They very nearly were in with Kylian to take a 1-0 lead right from the off. Here's Dagba forward, rides the challenge well, then gives it away, but will take the advantage from the free kick. And will they get a goal? No, Fofana's cleared that well, and Kunku will get that under control nicely too. And there is a counter-attacking opportunity on here again. If we can just find the right balls. Oh, and Kunku was turning to play in Kvaratskhelia. Half an hour played here. It is a very tight, tense game so far. Neither keeper with much to do. Both midfields with a lot of possession. Minimal chances, but danger at every turn at each end of the pitch. Xavi. Reece James will have that. He's been fouled. It should only be a yellow. That wasn't. I think it's going to be a red, isn't it? PSG down to 10. Xavi Simons sent off for a lunge on Reece James. To be fair, he has caught him behind the knee. He did get him behind the knee. We'll have a closer look at it. It looked a little bit innocuous from the first television angle. We think, maybe that's not a red, but having a closer look at the replay, just look at where Xavi Simons catches Reece here. He intercepts it, and Xavi's going for the ball, but that is from behind, and he's just wiped him out. He's genuinely caught him behind the knee there. You can understand why the referee has elected to dish out a red card. In the 39th minute, Paris Saint-Germain are down to 10 men. But will that slow them up? Because defensively, they've still got everybody they want on the pitch. They just need to now hold on to their 2-1 lead rather than maybe push too hard in looking to extend it. Sterling. Enzo Fernandez. Musiala. Just keep hold of it. Being a little bit tentative here. It's going to be a corner. Whew. Last minute of the half. Come on. Against 10 men. We are level. Victor Osimhen is a monster from set pieces. The 10 men trail, and it's 2-2 on aggregate. Up the Chelsea. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. The goal to come just before half-time like that is actually massive for morale and for self-belief. We tried to channel our inner self-belief before the game, but if I'm honest, I'm not sure how much self-belief was genuinely there, given how strong PSG were in the first game. And like we say, defensively, they still have everybody on the pitch they'd want on the pitch. So we are going to have to be wary not to get caught in the counter-attack, because if there's anyone that is going to be dangerous on a counter-attack, it's going to be killing bloody Mbappe, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. Musiala looking to find space. Everybody else in front of me ran offside, so I couldn't be confident of playing a ball. Here's Chilwell. And Tomori. And Nkunku calling for it short. Getting it short. Kvaratskhelia. Osimhen. And Nkunku. Kvaratskhelia. And that is a wonderful team move. That's one of the best complete team move goals we've scored all season. He's not performed to expectation, Kvaratskhelia, this season. But in, so far, the biggest moment of the season, he's the one that's popped up with the goal. And Nkunku again with the assist. Our number 10, 149, I think, million pounds. Was it well spent just for that goal? Thankfully, we've got players with pace that can deal with the push and get away from it. Chile. Musiala first. Lovely turn. Here comes Enzo. And out there's Nkunku. Take your time, I was going to do. Turn and then look for the ball out wide. Bruno Guimaraes quickly forward to Ousmane Dembele. Just don't let him do it, Ches. Mbappe. It's going to go out wide. Trying to force him out wide, actually, to Andy Robertson. I feel more confident to win the ball back off Andy than I do getting it off Kylian Mbappe. We've done exactly that. Sterling and Nkunku. This is like the Tottenham backline again. It's opened up here. Reece James. Can't find the pass to Raheem. That's really poor from Reece. He's got to find that pass. There's no excuse. Chile's got up well for that, but now he's out of position. He fell to his feet. Here's Ousmane Dembele. Thank the Lord for Fikayo Tomori. The pace of Tomori enough to get away from Ousmane Dembele there, but Chilwell's lost out another header, and Dembele's taken it off the pitch with seconds to go. In fact, less than probably milliseconds to go. Control, clear. Tomori's used a hand. On what planet do you use a hand to control the ball from a throw-in? This would be the most scripted BS you've ever seen if they score from this. They haven't. Ref, please. Oh, my heart. Your Champions League semi-finalists, Chelsea Football Club. But we didn't have to make hard work of it. Paris Saint-Germain will be devastated to throw away a 2-1 first leg lead. Xavi Simons will be getting a couple of weeks' wages docked, I imagine, for the red card as well. Kvaratskhelia gets the job done, and we're through to the next round. Barca 1, Manchester City 0. Manchester City are out of the competition. It could have been 3 of 4 English sides in the semi-finals. As it happens, it's 2 Spanish and 2 English. Barca or Real Madrid, or a familiar foe in Arsenal Football Club. We will find out in due course. Things don't get any easier now because it's an FA Cup semi-final against Newcastle United at Wembley to come. And in the Champions League, we have Real Madrid. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. A Newcastle double on the way. Wembley first. Newcastle line up strong. Pope, Livramento, Botman, Cher, Mario Rui, Joelinton, Bentancur, Joe Willock, Felipe Anderson, Harvey Barnes, and Alexander Isak. Tonali never really seems to work his way into the starting 11 for Newcastle in this save, does he? Anthony Gordon as an option on the bench. They're missing Nkapie through injury, but Fabien Cher should be good enough to hold the fort in his place. How is stamina after that last game? Not spectacular. We gave everything against Paris Saint-Germain, but we do have the squad depth at the club now to be able to deal with a bit of rotation like this and hopefully still get the result that we're after. That's the side that will go to hopefully get the result that we're after. Cement into Gallagher and Mudrick and laid back. Oh, what a move this would be at the start of the game. Noni, here comes. This might be a red card again. Harvey Barnes. Yeah, it's the same. It's literally the same cutscene. It's been 4 minutes. Harvey Barnes, who's been benched most of the times we played against Newcastle, sent after just 4 minutes at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final. Couldn't have scripted this shit. Can we get ourselves a goal immediately from that? No, I've overhit the cross, unfortunately. But Newcastle, again, it's the left winger. Newcastle down to 10 men in exactly the same fashion as Paris Saint-Germain. Only this time, Newcastle are level in terms of the so-called aggregate scoreline. Paris Saint-Germain had a 1-goal lead to defend. They weren't able to defend it. Will Newcastle be able to cling on for 90 minutes? Plus another 30 minutes? Plus maybe to win it on penalties? Unlikely. Very unlikely. Oh, now that Victor Osimhen has given us a 1-0 lead was the way I wanted to finish that sentence. Mikhailo Mudryk into Enzo Fernandez. Getting away from Isak. Here's Ridley-Baki, or drill it to Victor. Good touch. Noni looking to beat Mario Rui. Can't do it. In there is Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher shot is well blocked by Newcastle. They're going to be in a defensive shell for the majority of the rest of this game now. But we've just played this sort of scenario against Paris Saint-Germain. So in theory, we know what to expect and how to go about getting the result against 10 men when the one man missing is their left winger. Oh, it's a nice ball. Here's Felipe Anderson. Fofana away. Up we go, please. Mikhailo, well done. Osimhen can't get it round the corner, though. Willock's won it off him. And here's Tino. No, it's not Tino. It's Felipe Anderson. You read the cutback. It's still somehow found Alexander Isak. What is that nonsense? Newcastle 1. 10 men. Newcastle 1. Chelsea 0 at Wembley. Read the cutback. Intercepted it. Couldn't do anything with it as it pinballed around at my feet. And Isak just ran off with it. It's Felipe Anderson. Immediately stuck a toe in. Chilwell had not got the opportunity to respond to any inputs I could do with the controller. That was helpless and hopeless from us at the back. And we are 1-0 down in this FA Cup semi-final. Pedro Gonçalves, Victor Osimhen has got the strength to hold off the defender this time, but needs a bit of support. Ridley-Baki. That is shite. Riddler. Oh no, Alexander Isak's away. And he's quick too. And it's Newcastle 2 on the counter as we pressed. One misplaced pass looking for Noni Madueke. And on the counter-attack, Isak just has the pace to beat everybody. He's got 2. Newcastle have 2. Of the 2 games, I'd rather this one went this way than the PSG one, certainly. But I would have loved a treble. It's still a possibility. But less of a possibility now than it was 10 bloody minutes ago. It's a heavy touch from Willock, but he's going to get there, but he's giving it away. Enzo. Noni. Needs the right ball. That is the right ball, and what a first touch for Victor Osimhen here. Why? He took an extra... I was shaping to take that on his left foot, and he's taken an extra touch and then tried to hit it with his right as he's shifted the ball across, which has given the chance away. I purposefully shaped up with you on your left there to keep it away from the defender. Oh, my Lord, that was the chance. If we score there, then it is a very nervy final 10 minutes for Newcastle United. As it happens, they're still comfortable at 2-0. And might even make it 3. Ridley-Baki slows them up in that regard. Osimhen is now off the pitch because Armando Broja has now entered the fray. And Kunku, Noni Madueke, runs straight into Sandro Tonali. Try to change direction quickly to catch Tonali off guard. He was not to be caught. With a minute to go, they have a corner. Sven Botman's taking it, apparently. Oh, and it might be really good. No treble. The treble dream dies at Wembley against Newcastle United, as it's nearly 3. But the double for the 2nd season in a row, a different double now, still lives, with Real Madrid in the Champions League and the tightest Premier League title fight I can remember in this save. The double is still on. A double is still on. To be fair, if you were to win a double, would you rather it with the Premier League and the Champions League or the Premier League and the FA Cup? You probably want to win the Champions League, but you'd also probably want to win the treble, and that is something we won't be doing this season. 10-man from the 4th minute, Newcastle get the job done. Situation in the Premier League twists yet further. We've now got 2 games in hand on City, who've dropped more points. Arsenal and Liverpool have won on their matchday 33. We now have Newcastle again on matchday 33. If I can win this next one, then we will go 3rd. But it's goal difference that is our significant Achilles heel at the moment. The remaining games this season outside of Newcastle are, in the majority, pretty straightforward and could very well offer us a big haul of points. Alternatively, I could bottle it. Let's go and play Newcastle again. They are very similar to how they were previously, but Tonali gets the start this time, as does Target and Gordon. Gives that straight to Raheem. Into Nkunku. Obviously, we rotated for that game against Newcastle in the FA Cup semi-final, but I couldn't really start. Is it going to happen again? I couldn't really start the same side that played against PSG because the majority of them were a little bit tired. Is it 3 games in a row? 3 games in a row! I can't believe it! Now Tino Livramento's gotten himself sent off. What is happening today? In the 9th minute. Over the course of 2 games, Newcastle are only going to have 12 minutes worth of football of the 180 with 11 men on the pitch. I can't just... Right, payback, please. And Newcastle quickly becoming a bogey team, regardless of how many men they've got on the pitch. Because it feels like it at the minute. Osimhen. That's not Osimhen. That's Kvaratskhelia. That's Nkunku. That's Sterling. Well, they were almost all meant for Osimhen. Sterling hits the post. And we do not have a goal to go in front yet. Nkunku into the channel. And Osimhen looking to get away from Botman. I've got Sterling at the back post. We'll cross it looking for him, but it's a little bit deep. Cuts it back. Oh, hello. How's that for a 1-2? Raheem Sterling back to Victor Osimhen, and we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. Not how I envisaged that going, actually. Overhit with Osimhen. Sterling does get there, and then just nobody decides to track Osimhen. They're like, oh, Sterling, Sterling, Sterling. Don't forget about the big Nigerian at the back post, will you? 1-0 Chelsea. That Target down the wing. Oh, that is a dead pass. That's nearly straight to the man as well. Chile, big switch. Big switch. Not really as big as I hoped it would be, to be honest, when I put full bloody power on it. Missed the ball and the man. Probably quite thankful of that, to be fair. Chile, it's literally hit you up the arse, pal. I don't know what happened with Chilwell there, but Diogo Costa made a very, very good save. They've brought off Felipe Anderson, and in his place they've brought on Simons. Well, it can't be Xavi Simons, can it? Because he plays for PSG. Or more accurately, he doesn't play for PSG because he's been sent off. Tonali, good block by Tomori. And can I get there? No. But I've used the hand. That Simons guy's massive. Is it Moses Simons? Who is it? Raphael Simons. Probably Simmons. A regen. 83 rated regen. Live chat. Remind me to have a look at him after this game. I'm intrigued. He's gone for the return as well. Musiala. Kvaratskhelia. Sorry, Mr. Target. You're not good enough to deal with Kvaratskhelia. Oh, and Nkunku, what a turn. Nick Pope, what a save. That should be 2-0. Kvaratskhelia. There's Musiala in the middle. Jamal Musiala from a long way out. Oh! Jamal Musiala with the power shot, and wow. 24 metres out. That's manual as well, by the way, when you do a power shot. And I couldn't have been more accurate. Unbelievable second goal. We had an episode a couple of days ago called Jamal Musiala is Godly. That was Thor-like. Struck with real thunder. And Mario Rui. It's a good delivery. Musiala's up to win the header, doing it at both ends of the pitch. Apparently Reece James didn't want that. Just not interested in it. Alexander Isak tackled. Come on. I've got subs waiting to be made, but time's just going to run out, I think, before we have the opportunity to make them. So everyone that's on the pitch will end the game. Chile, it's a great run, but is it going to have any end result? Farrett Shelia was the intended, and Kunku is the man that will give us a third. It's a big goal. Continually improves our goal difference and closes the gap in that front to Liverpool and Arsenal at the top of the table as we entirely close the gap with the points tally. We're all on 68 points with 5 games to go. We've got Nottingham Forest as we begin tomorrow's episode. And then the small matter of, I think, 2 legs against Real Madrid. Panic! Liverpool. Oh, wow. Liverpool played Arsenal and Liverpool beat Arsenal. I could really have actually done with a draw in that game, in all honesty. We got payback on Newcastle, though, for them knocking us out of the FA Cup. I don't know. I don't know whether I'd rather it be the other way around on this occasion. Thanks very much. Because, yeah, it would be great to win the FA Cup, or at least still have a chance of winning the FA Cup. But if I'd have lost the Premier League game, I wouldn't have been in with a chance of winning the Premier League title. Liverpool have played 2 games more than us now, as have Arsenal. West Ham have played a game more as well. The Premier League is in our hands. If we win our remaining 5 games, we will win the Premier League title for back-to-back seasons. Tomorrow, Forest, Real Madrid, Fulham. The day after that, Real Madrid, Tottenham, West Ham and Burnley. And then a Champions League final, we hope. Big week ahead. Big week. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you don't miss it. Click the notification bell and you definitely won't. But that is all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching. We pulled it out the bag against PSG. And then we tore the bottom of the bag against Newcastle in the Cup and fell out the bottom of the FA Cup. But not to worry. We sewed it back up for the Premier League. And we're going strong for a Premier League title. But the Champions League hangs in the balance. Couldn't have gotten much more difficult than Real Madrid, could it? I'll see you tomorrow.